So I'm not going to bury the lead. You didn't get mocked by your fellow guys for being a geek in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. It might be a little bit here and there. There was almost a 100% guarantee of being mocked by any girl who found out you liked geek stuff. It was like on site. You know how you watch Stranger Things and they'll show like Dungeons and Dragons being really popular? Not at my school. Not at my school. It wasn't the faculty that shut that down. No, it wasn't the teachers. It wasn't the faculty. It wasn't the parents. It was the girls. They shut that shit down within like 2 days. Dungeons and Dragons at my school did not last for an entire week. It was like 2 days, and every girl just beelined to every group of boys to relentlessly mock them for liking geek stuff.
Alright, so I saw this tweet on Hero High, or is it Hero Hey? I saw this on his channel, and it perfectly encapsulates everything that I rail against when I talk about SJWs or women or girls on Tumblr and Twitter, and how they ruin comics, and how companies following the opinions, obsessions, and vices of the Tumblr and Twitter set has ruined a lot of these popular geek franchises. So anyway, so this is tweet. It's a manga and anime enthusiast. I think this person is also into video games and comic books. Having the fandom of a shonen anime you actually like be majority male is truly the pits. No fix, sparingly good art, no fun edits, no interesting headcanons or funny hyperfixations on one background character, just power scaling, best girl debates, and vibes. This is absolutely absurd. And like everybody's pointing out, like Hero Hayes' video pointed out, he showed other people in the replies saying, oh wow, a manga or / anime that's geared towards men or males doesn't do the thing you want it to do. But the problem is the males. These people are crazy. They're absolutely crazy. To them, they have the entitlement to go into male spaces and decide and dictate how it should be. So that's the thing when we talk about how Captain America can't be Captain America, because you have people like this deciding that it's toxic for a man to be proud of being Captain America. So you get stuff like this, and then the replies are insane. What was this? It was 612 retweets, 866 quote tweets, 3,609 likes. And that's not really that many. It's a lot for, social media, but it's really not that much. But they're still treated like they're the dominant life form in manga and anime. Like everything is now supposed to appeal to them from their side. It's a good thing anime and manga doesn't. They just do their thing. And they're like, for a lot of people now, the last bastion, the last place to go in order to get some proper entertainment. I was looking at Demon Slayer. I finally started watching that recently. And it's so powerfully done, not just on a technical level with the animation, but just story-wise. And you look at somebody like Tanjiro and what he goes through. He's not a Mary Sue. He's a powerful character who's also empathetic and sensitive and noble and honorable. And that's all you really need to do for, Marvel or DC characters. Just keep making them, struggle when they need to, overcome when they need to, but don't turn it into this nonsense that this person is asking for. Just all they care about. Half the time, or more than half the time, you look at a lot of these fandoms. It's always gay shipping. It's always who's the best girl. It then comes down to who's being sexualized more. It's insane. And looking at some of this stuff here, this one I thought was interesting too. I think Hero High pointed this one out. Okay, it says here, this other person got into it saying, fans pointing out that shonen media having mostly male fans is the point. It's completely missing the point. What OP is pointing out, how come male-dominated fandoms make sparse and repetitive content versus diverse fandoms making a variety of content? It's almost like there's a factor. And so again, anything that men are interested in, there's something wrong with it, and they have to be involved, and they have to denigrate it. And so somebody replied, I don't know if this is a good reply, because all the other points they're making is wrong as well. If you actually explore the fan base instead of looking at the surface level, which they constantly do, you'll find that all the things they complain, you'll find all the things they complains aren't there. Okay, let's see here. Oh, somebody says repetitive doesn't mean bad as long as people enjoy it. If y'all don't have fun with what we post to talk about, that's fine. We'd like to be the same with your fandom. It doesn't mean we got to complain about what others enjoy, to be honest. And then somebody else goes, or women just hyperfixate on totally different things. Power scaling is fun when it's not done stupidly, and there are plenty of prominent male figures that make content around anime they love. Other people are pointing out that the thing she's complaining about isn't actually true. He says, as I said to OP, all this diverse content exists. You just convince yourself it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not interested in a lot of the things she asked for, but I don't really do anything when it comes to fandom. I just enjoy it. You know, if I was in a comic book shop or something, I'd argue with people about comics or just have deep conversations, not even arguing a lot of times. Somebody goes, I don't think making a Bakudeku absurd fanfic in a world with thousands of it counts as diversity or counts as diverse or variety. I know, that's the thing. Again, people are trying to decide that a property isn't good because they don't appreciate or approve of what the fans like about it. You know, it goes down to The Punisher. I've been reading the Punisher comic. Well, Garth Ennis's run on Punisher. I'm not even sure where I'm at on it because I've just been reading the collections. I think I'm reading his The Punisher Max stuff now. And it's a truly ugly comic. Not that the art's bad, although I'm more into Steve Dillon's art. But, you know, he's got other artists on the book. And it's now, I'm up to the series where he wrote it as if there were no other superheroes in the world, and Punisher was just going around with a t-shirt and not an actual costume. Now, I hate that, and I hate Garth Ennis's obsession with, you know, he hates superheroes, and so he's completely wiped them out from existence in this particular run he's doing. But the stories are well written. They're just brutally ugly and depressing. But again, people treat the Punisher like he stands for something that he doesn't actually stand. And everything is reduced to the symbol. And because some cops like it, all of a sudden it's a symbol for white supremacy, when the book itself is not dealing with any of that. So the book, the character of the Punisher, his symbol, all of that has been demonized because people don't like some of the people who like the symbol. So these people, you can't take them seriously. And yet their opinions are treated like it's so important, or like they're really saying something. Like this woman this person, I'm saying it's a woman, this person who reinforced the OP's statement, this idea about fans pointing out that shonen media having mostly male fans, the point is completely missing the point. What OP is pointing out, how come male-dominated fandoms make sparse and repetitive content? It's like, you don't get to decide how fans react to the things they like. And there's nothing wrong with people who, if they're just enjoying it, fine. Like, why do you get to come in and decide that there's something inherently wrong with this fandom of something that I like that's not even geared towards me? Because they're not doing the stupid junk that I do when I'm on Tumblr or here on Twitter, where I'm making these stupid art where I change, I race swap the character, or gender bend them, I make everybody gay, whatever dumb thing that they do. Somebody goes, wait, you're mad that guys are interested in the story and character arcs instead of paying pretty princess dress up? Somebody else goes, I would be more forthcoming toward this kind of mentality if most female-dominated fandom spaces weren't filled with infantilizing characters to fit their aesthetics and fetishizing LGBTQ folk to tantalize themselves through shipping. Hero Academia is a perfect example of this. I haven't gotten into My Hero Academia yet. I want to. Female anime fans, where you don't want to ship, sexualize, and worship underage fictional males, but actually enjoy and discuss the show. And I did EDP, whatever, crying. There was something else I want to check out before I go. Oh yeah, here was one. Some goofball goes, what I've noticed is that dude bro fandoms tend to enshrine canonicity. That's what I'm talking about. They hate canon. They hate people who love the canon and love the source material. No what ifs, no headcanons, no fics. Just memorization of canon and trivia and theory crafting if you're lucky. But elsewhere, canon is treated more flexibly and thus allows more transformative works. Let me say that again. Canon is treated more flexibly and thus allows for more transformative work. These people really glorify their own dumb fan fiction, their own stupid art. And somebody goes, yeah, so a couple of people say, the difference, replying to this particular tweet, the difference between men and women is women will ignore canon and make up some scenario in their heads, but men will make theories that absolute have to be based in canon, okay? We like canon being respected because it sets a solid foundation for rules and logic in universe. And because we know non-canon stays out, men will do utterly ridiculous stuff for kicks. Just look at how far If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device went. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that. Somebody else goes, I'm tired of people using dude bro to describe any group that isn't guys who only do curls so they have arm muscles to impress girls and have Muhammad Ali posters on their wall despite not watching boxing. I just don't like the idea of male fans being described as dude bros for simply liking, male property. All of a sudden, if a guy says, hey, this isn't canon, they're attacked as a dude bro. When some like the biggest goddamn nerds are complaining about this. And I've worked and managed a comic book shop before. I see the kind of people who come in, who read comics, who talk about this stuff, who love Star Wars and that. These are not the guys who are going around like whatever this fake image that they've created for us, us fans, into that kind of thing. I don't know. This Twitter thread started by this one person. It's garbage. It's good that there's a lot of good pushback to it. A lot of people are saying that it's not even what this person first characterized about their not being interested in headcanon and art or whatever. They're saying that's not even the case. I don't really get involved in a lot of this anime and manga fandom. Like I said, I just started watching Demon Slayer. I think it's great. So yeah, I don't know. We were right. I say we, but I was one of those people who wasn't the biggest gatekeeper. I always said, yeah, it's fine for everybody to enjoy these because I want more people to get into it so it can be popular. We can, can have more of it. But what seemed to happen is a lot of the people who joined in decided that they wanted to change it to fit whatever their sensibilities are. Their dumb, fake, college course social agendas and stuff. It's a good thing right now that anime and manga is still a big holdout against that. I just want normal Western stuff to go back to what it was. You don't have to completely blank out black characters or, gay characters. You can actually bring them more to the fore as well. But you don't have to do it by debasing the original typical straight white males. That's it. There's a lot of noise going around me right now. People honking horns, planes trying to dive bomb against me or whatever.